Hi guys, welcome back to Hitpoint 10. Today we're going to be looking over patch 1.4.1. That's going to be on the beta branch. 1.4.0 has reached the public version, the early access version, and now we're going to be looking a little bit and playing through the beta 1.4.1. It's going to hurt my soul each time I say that. Hello Sam the Man, welcome to the inn. So, I'm going to be focusing on the patch notes, and then I'm going to be discussing and going into the game. So, to start things off, they fixed crashes. Fixed crashes and rare crashes, which is always good. They seem to have increased performance, and they've disabled auto-saving game on exiting the game. Okay. Alright, I just need to make sure that maybe it was causing some performance issues, something like that. Hopefully, I'll remember to just press save and exit when I do. I could probably run 1.4.1 on my PC, but you won't gain access to the NPCs most likely. Oh, there are new NPCs now? Son of a bitch. We'll see. Save load. Add a functionality to update party and map event positions to support save games in cases where the main map has changed. Okay, that's cool. So... are they preparing to change the map, or did the map already change? We'll have to see. Additional Chinese and Turkish translation updates, good. Fix some chairs inside Kuzite. Thank God! I couldn't... I have no idea what chairs they're talking about. Add a new dynamic barrier for AI and destructible Merlon Stone Park Castles, Sturgeon Towns, and Blandian Cities. Okay. New keep and village banners for factions have been created. Some beards have been retouched and cleaned. Hell yeah. I mean, you gotta clean that beard, brother. Added 2 new Sturgeon armors. Updated some Asterai civil cloth textures. Fixed the cloth simulation mesh bug. Khanguard cloth simulation tweaked. Lancer armor cloth simulation tweaked. Fixed AI spawn points and some season issues on Botanian Village. Good. Navigation mesh issues on Sturgeon Village. Visual issues on various prefab meshes such as villages, houses, and stairs. Good. Fixed holster physics. Nice, you gotta get that immersion rolling. The scene of Pen Kadok has been changed according to the city's location on the map. Never noticed the discrepancy. Some interior scenes were corrected in accordance with the culture and level of the settlement. Good. Fixed skinning problems or visual glitches on one of the civilian dresses. Bow chicka wow wow. Added new main map attack animation. Oh, so practically, I think when the sprites fight, I think now they have a animation where they just go whack at each other like Medieval 2 or the Total War games. Added three new music tracks for the campaign mode. That's good. Minor updates for existing campaign mode tracks. Okay, cool. Just for the patch priority, chairs over the rest. Fuck yeah, you gotta fix those chairs, brother. How am I gonna high-five a person with a chair in the face if the chairs are not fixed? And then changes for UI. User interface for Sandbox Kingdom creation. Okay, so finally, I've read this. They're finally introducing the possibility for you to create your own faction without without doing the main quest, which is amazing, awesome. Fuck yeah. New shortcut, left control. Hey, they added the feature from Prophecy of Pendor. They added the feature from Prophecy of Pendor where left control has been added to affect the entire stack with the action. Transfer, upgrade, and all of that jazz. So, they literally took that from Pendor and put it in their game. I'm like, yes, please do more of that. Please look at your mods and take more from them and make them sexy. Hey, Batsmog, welcome back. Added new images for map notification circles. Solomon owner changed and siege underway. Okay, so new icons. Barter auto offer button will turn green if the current status of the barter is acceptable. Nice. Okay, a little bit of a buff to, well, bartering. It's going to be easier now. Army created map notification inspection and Kingdom Army show on map button now will directly focus on the army. If that army is currently visible on the map, instead of showing the army's target. Good. I never noticed that there was a problem with that, but perfect. Then fixes. Now non-traded item prices in inventory are updated correctly. If the player sold a horse, only that horse's price would be updated, but the market price for the same category as horses would also change but not show. This didn't result in any miscalculation of the total cost of the transaction. It was purely visual, and it's now fixed. Good, so visual bug. Fixed character visual blocking the selection for perks over 275 skill levels in different aspect ratios. Yeah, that was a problem. I've actually seen people comment on my stream and people commenting on YouTube because of that. They couldn't level up past the point because their character was over the screen, which was weird. That's good. Fix the bug that caused map event icons being shown below the map. Okay. Caused kingdom decision map notification. I'm not getting removed after leaving a kingdom. Alright, what else? Alright, it says here auto calculation improvement in battles and sieges. I wonder what that means. I wonder what the fuck is that. Yes, Shadow, we already know. Welcome back to the end. I mean, it's been free since yesterday. So, auto-calculation improvements. What does that mean? I don't know, but I know that I'm going to auto-cal against some looters and see if people die. Troop formation spawn positions did not match formation movement targets at the beginning of the missions. This was fixed. Players can now give formation arrangement orders. Shield wall at the beginning of missions. Such orders will now override a default stop order. That's awesome. Due to a bug in hideouts, the empty formations in the player's team were not under the player's control, and therefore when troops were transferred, they couldn't be controlled anymore. This was fixed. Main agent and other lords now preserve their level of detail when they die in a mission. Okay, so the body remains the same level. Okay. Looters are not more AF. I'm not really sure what you're saying, mate. So, combat AI. In certain siege scenes, troops will start running between two siege towers instead of climbing. Hey, Bob, I bet I can race you to that siege tower and back. Alright, Jim, let's go. Let's do this. And then everybody got into the game, and they totally forgot about the siege. Never saw that. The issue was resolved, and major improvements were made about the problem in pathfinding over siege towers and climbing ladders, especially ladders of siege towers. Okay, increased distance between friendly troops. This improves the spacing inside combat and reduces friendly troop hindering themselves. Okay, so most likely increases distancing in sieges or just in general. We'll see. At the beginning of missions means a default formation for all battles? Yes, Relum. I think that's what it's saying. I think that's what they're going for. You're going to be able to tell them exactly what positions to add at the beginning of the battle. Character development system. Major changes and fixes have been made for two-handed skill perks. Okay, so last patch they remade the one-handed perks. Now they're remaking the two-handed perks. Will they continue with all of them in order? We'll just have to wait and see. Added secondary effects of one-handed perks. Okay, I'll have to look over that. Fixed charm, leadership, trade, and medicine perk bugs. Awesome. Fixed a problem where it was not possible to select newly changed perks in older save files. That's what forced me to restart my playthrough last time. Fixed a perk exploit that caused huge troop experience gain. Fuck, why didn't I find that exploit? God damn it. Clan and party. Added 160 plus ladies and a few young male lords to the clans. We need more ladies. Our prayers have been heard. Fixed a bug where the player's banner was not visible before Clan Tier 2. Heroes can now marry after age 45. Awesome. NPC parties now also visit neutral towns and villages to recruit and buy food. Good, so not just cities. This is patch notes, Saki. Armies. Disabled defection behavior for NPCs that are in armies. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that means. And then we reach Kingdom and Diplomacy. So, implemented War and Peace Kingdom decisions that are accessible from the Kingdom Diplomacy screen. Kingdom decisions now show support for all types of decisions. Good. Implemented a sandbox kingdom creation, finally, which is possible through the clan screen and not dependent on the main storyline. Yes, people have been asking for this. Players need to have at least one settlement and a tier 4 clan. Then players can select their kingdom's culture, consisting of their settlement's culture or their own clan's culture. Select their initial policies, up to 4, and finally select the name for their new kingdom. Fix the bug where traits and skills do not affect persuasion chances. Hallelujah! We're not going to be forever alone now when we're trying to convince a lady to marry us. Fix the bug where safe passages that were previously agreed upon were not working as intended after every game was loaded. Damn, that's fucked up. No, not 160 plus year old ladies. Tell your axe, don't be a schnitzel puff. Settlement actions. Fixed a bug that caused a capture the enemy menu button to be activated after raiding a village. When we request a meeting from the outside of a castle or settlement, every noble will now be on the list of accessible characters. Awesome. Players can now recruit mercenaries from the tavern menu. Again, very awesome. Yes, I wanted that, and I actually asked for that, which is cool. Quests and issues. Implemented a new quest. Lord parties will ask the players to bring horses or camels when they don't have enough mounts for their troops on foot. Good. Adjusted the extortion by deserter quest difficulty. Fixed the face key of the Spy Among Us quest character. Fixed the bug with the rival gang leader quest. And fixed the bug that caused players to get stuck in dialogues of the main storyline quest. Alright, conversations and encounters. Fix a rare bug that caused a infinite dialogue loop after barter. Never saw that. I'm glad I didn't. Fix a bug that caused resetting the amount of gold that is carried in a caravan after a trade. Ooh, that would have hurt your caravans. Shit. Fixed a few minor issues in the rival gang leader quest. And then armors and armor types on faction troops have been redistributed in order to improve unit balance based on tiers. Oh boy. Yes, they released 1.4 live, and now we're going to be playing on the beta 1.4.1. Shields were redistributed for faction troops based on their new hit points and values. New battalion shields have been added to the battalion faction troops. Some units doing too well or too poorly on playtests have been slightly optimized stat-wise. Okay, hopefully the new stats will be visible in the troop trees. We're going to have to look into that as well. Fixed a bug. Oh, we do. We do. Fix the bug that sometimes allows the camera to clip into walls in Kuzai dungeons. Oh, yes, because we all spend so much time in Kuzai dungeons. How the fuck did they find that one? An NPC was added to the ranged tutorial area. Fix the bug that caused some thrones to be unusable. A bug that caused some child NPCs to fly. Man, why did you take the joy out of the children? Let the children fly. Let the children have fun. When a hideout is cleared, the surrounding bandit parties get new AI, so the probability of reinfesting the same hideout decreases. Okay, that's cool. So most likely hideouts will no longer spawn in the same location. They're going to be spawning in multiple locations now, which is cool. Uncovered and fixed an extremely rare bug where the game would tick while it was paused. Okay, do you guys want me to go over the multiplayer part? Because I'm really not interested in the multiplayer part. Okay, it's not that much. Tsagan Castle, new map, which has a Kuzite team. Baranavos encircling siegement, rearranged some stuff and visual improvements. Zana skirmish, completely overhauled the main buildings. Server and network, added match history to social tab. Implemented a new loading screen for multiplayer. Now, although the game is loading, players will be able to see the game mode, map's name, and a summary of the game mode while in the loading screen. Awesome. Fixed estimated video memory usage bar, and fixed couchable usage icon in multiplayer. Okay, yeah, we just skipped that. Nobody's interested in multiplayer. Come on, man. But I just went through everything for those who are interested. Okay, now for both, this is for both in multiplayer and in single player. Fixed a rare crash in big battles. Fixed a rare crash related to asset loading. Major CPU performance improvements in the UI system, especially on multi-core machines. That's right. It's going to work better today. Fixed a rare file read issue, which could cause the game to try to allocate billions of bytes to memory. Thank God. Improved multicolor usage of the game. Physics performance improvements, especially in siege scenes. Nice. Improved garbage collection and fragmentation. The majority of the managed garbage collector spikes during big battles were eliminated, and optimized the rendering of corpses. Because God knows we need to see in detail gore. Art. Due to frame stutter, some particles were skewing unrealistically. Dust particles generated by horses. Yeah, we all know those dust particles. Those were fixed. Finally. So now we're no longer going to be fearing snow explosions and dust explosions. You know, that long, buggy thingamajig that happened. Okay, animations. Added new rider idle animations. Cool. A new stand idle added for camel and its riders. I haven't found a camel yet. Added new damage reaction animations for camels. Cool. And then in Battles and Siege, just fixed the problem related to corpse hanging in the air. Taking all the fun from the kids in corpses, man. Damn. Combat AI. Enable the charging agents to move together in formation. Both cavalry and infantry troops in formation now tend to stay in line while charging at the enemy. Cavalry formations will try to regroup before charging back if the formation is intact. Holy shit. Oh, that sounds so fucking sexy. Oh, I want this. Sorry, I want this. I want this in my life. I never knew I needed something so hard. But that sounds awesome. Seeing organized charges? Baby. Alright, UI changes. Improved Asian language text parsers. Now line breaks will be consistent with the language line break rules. Gauntlet text parsers now support the 0 with space characters. So practically an improvement to Asian localization. Fixes. Fixed dependency sorting of modules in the launcher. Fixed text input areas not showing characters in the correct language format and making every character show up as a question mark. Okay. And fixed a visual glitch on clients where the lance is flipped like a javelin when the alternative usage is toggled. Soon after a couch-lance collision happens. And fixed rendering of some shields that appeared white, and added spark particles for parry and chamber blocks. Ooh, spark particles, yes! I want that. Okay, that seems to be it for the patch. So, kind of a summary of everything. Apparently they rebalanced some troops, which I want to see. They've made it possible so you can make your own kingdom, which I want to see. And they've recreated, reworked the two-handed perks. And apparently fixed some of the one-handers, charm, leadership, trade, and the others as well, which is awesome. Also some auto-calculation improvements. I'm curious on that one. What do they want to go for? So, let's get into the game. And I'm going to be ending the... Actually, no, I'm not going to be ending the patch notes video here yet, because I want to go in the game and show you guys exactly the new perks and everything. We'll see, HD0. If I can, I'd prefer to continue. So let's see. Let me just catch up with the chat. GTA 5 is free. Yes, Shadow, thank you. We already know. We learned it from yesterday. Had a problem with crashing every siege. For the first time in my life, a verify integrity of game files has actually worked. Awesome. Looters are now more a fuck, a threat, a freak, a fiddle-faddle, minthrill. You gotta give me some context. At the beginning of missions means a default formation. Oh yeah, the formations thing. That's also something that we gotta check out. We all wondered that is Rev, but there's only one way to find that out, Rev. Right? Okay. Not kill a tier 6 on autosave. Auto-resolve. I hope they're not gonna kill a tier 6 on auto-resolve. No, not patch notes. Okay, that's a joke. Whole patch sounds sick. So I guess this means we get 1.5 until all the perk trees have been reworked. I hope so. I hope that 1.4.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.6, and so on until we have all of them fixed. That would be cool. 1.4.1 had 1.5 gigabytes, and 1.4 had 10 gigabytes, and game has 60 gigs. That's hardcore. Good. People telling me to skip the multiplayer. I hope for Sturgio with these new changes. Sure. They already had very, very good shields. Razvan Svat, thank you for becoming a follower, my man. Welcome to Hit Point 10. Hello, Tsar Alexander. Welcome back to the end. Check out the third perk of the two-handed. I think it only works when you're in the army. Doesn't work for just normal fights. We'll see. No one actually noticed performance improvement this patch. I have, especially in sieges. Awesome. Good to hear. One quick thing that I want to do, that I want to check. I want to see if there's gamma modification within the game, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe in gameplay? Nah. Fuck it. Anyway, have you guys noticed any changes to the screen? Is the color a little bit lighter? Is the stream not so dark anymore? Alright, let's go in. Yes, we're loading up a 1.4.8.0 save file into the game. And let's see if it's going to work. No, I'm not making a backup. The thing is, SolarX, if the save doesn't work, I'm just going to restart the playthrough. God, I want to see everything. It's great to catch your stream. I've been binge watching your YouTube for a while now. Alright, sorry, I'm glad you're here, man. Glad to have you around. Okay. I'm curious to see if I'm gonna notice any performance changes. Right off the bat, did it always have a blue line around? Okay, the map is more responsive a bit. Looking good for now. Bring that menu up. Check what's my current status. I need to go to a restless castle to get my wife in the current playthrough. Seems low texture on demand is still a thing within the game. Got it. I would guess because it's 1.4.1 that it's still playable from the 1.4 saves. Hopefully so, mate. Hopefully so. Let's have a look. I don't think they changed anything. They did say, wait, no. They did change stuff. Yeah, they did change stuff for the one-handers as well. They're not bugged, they're still filled in, which is good. But they added secondary effects, so let's just look over that. Shield bashers now deal 50% more damage. Also, infantry troops take 4% less melee damage when in shield wall formation. Oh, my baby shield wall is going to be even better? Yes, I know, HG0. That's why I want to look over them. One-handed weapons you wield have their handling increased by 20%. Handling. Okay, so that means they've changed deflect. They completely changed deflect. Wow. Also, troops in the formation you're leading have their one-handed combat effectiveness as if they were one tier higher. Okay. Deflect sounds amazing. One-handed weapons you wield have their handling increased by 20%. Although Shield Bash is good, Deflect sounds good as well. Okay, yes, I like this. You actually have to make a decision between the two now. Let's see the next one. Strong Arms. 2% swing speed. Also, governed settlements have increased militia recruitment by 0.5 per day. Because you have a strong iron fist and you lead by example for the motherland or something? Interesting. Okay, cool. To be blunt, increases your damage with axes and maces. Also, governed settlements gain 0.5 security per day. Sadly, I don't know what security does for a city. Or if it does anything, to be honest. Then we got Cavalry. While mounted, your one-handed weapons damage is increased by 5%. Also, cavalry troops in formation you are leading increase their melee damage by 5%. That's awesome. I don't think the Deflect works. I think that all perks with locks on them are not working. You know what, HG0? I think the perks with locks on them simply did not hire the artistry department to put in a new image. I think that's the problem. Personal and Governor is new as well. Yes, it's new as well, but practically it explains to you the first part of the perk is personal, so it will always affect your character. The second part will determine your fiefs that you govern. That would be the idea. Hey Morgan, welcome back to the end. Now, why can't I get their armor after executing the Lord? Any way to get the armor? No way to get the armor, Morgan. Stop executing Lords. You monster. Right, shield bearer. Reduces the effect of wielding a shield on your combat movement speed. Cool. Also, infantry troops in the formation you are leading increase their movement speed by 5. Okay, so how does this work? Do I go shield wall and tell them to follow me? And that's the infantry troops in the formation I'm leading? Is that how it would work? Because, to be honest, I'm probably going to go for shield bearer in this case because I'm a foot soldier. Also, that's a new song. What we're hearing right now, it's a new song. I've never heard it before. Sounds good. I do like that most perks right now give both a personal bonus and a bonus to your party perk. Yeah, I love that aspect too. It really gives more depth to the game. Alright, so, Duelist. 20% more damage while wielding a one-handed weapon without a shield. Also, you get double renown for tournaments. That's nice. That's a nice touch. That's cool. Duelist. I'm probably never going to use that, but cool. Probably if it's your army, it works permanently. If you're in a Lord's army, only when leading the infantry in battle. Probably totally racks. Hey, M4. Chad, do you know why my... Okay. Why are your games crashing after you downloaded the newest 1.4 update? M4, do a verify integrity check. Trainer. HP increases by 2. Also, melee troops gain 5% more experience after every battle. Fucking beautiful. Trainer all the way. Duelist can kiss my ass. Let's see. Shield wall. Your shield takes 20% less damage while blocking in the wrong direction. Also, troops in the formation you're leading have medium bonus to their shield size against ranged when they're in shield wall formation. Oh yeah, this would be active at all times. It's so sexy. If you rely on not using a shield, you might as well get a two-handed weapon. Yeah, exactly. HD0. The only reason you would get a one-handed weapon without a shield is if you really want to roleplay as a duelist. Besides that, that is not a good one. No reason. Just go for a two-hander. It's sexier. Yeah, that shield wall's looking good. Arrow catcher. Large shield protection area against ranged weapons on shields. Lead formation have small shield size bonus against ranged attacks. I would rephrase the secondary of these two perks. Your leading have a medium bonus to their shield size against ranged, and have a small shield size bonus against ranged. Bow perks and Fian. Yeah, most likely the bows will modify, passively buff your archer characters, which is going to be insane. What I'm fearing, what I am scared though about that is the fact that if you want to go with archer spam, it's mandatory for you to build an archer character. That's what I'm afraid of. And if I go crossbow, it's mandatory for me to get crossbow soldiers. But again, this is just speculation. We don't know what the reworked perks will be for the bows and crossbows. For right now, we just have to play around with a one-handed and two-handed. But that was just a thought that I wanted to put out there. Okay, let's go for the next one. Strength in numbers. Increases your party limit by 15. Also reduces garrison wages in the governed settlement by 5%. Sexy. Full barracks reduces recruitment costs of infantry troops by 30%. Also increases garrison limit in the governed settlement by 30. I would still say strength in numbers is better. I would still say that strength in numbers is just... Actually, I don't know. I'll have to check out the late game and see what's the army size. And see if 15 extra would really give me that much bang for my buck. Maybe full barracks is an underestimated perk. We'll have to check it out. Stand United. Troops in your party start with 8, plus 8 battle morale if you're outnumbered. This will usually be the case. Also, garrison troops in governed settlements are 30% more effective in restoring town security. Cool. Lead by example. Troops in your party gain 5% more experience after every battle. Troops in the formation you are leading start the battle with plus 5 battle morale. That's good. That's cool. They're pretty close. Throwing will passively buff my looter's only stone thrower army, most likely Toriorax. Looter stone thrower army for life. That game is near 330 plus troops on your army if you're a king or queen. How about a party if you're king or queen? Bamos, thank you for becoming a follower, my man. Welcome to Hit Point 10. It's a tough choice between these two. Stand United simply sounds... No, you know what? Actually, I would go for lead by example, because let's say you're not fighting an army. There's a high chance that you're going to be outnumbering the enemy parties most of the times, especially if lords still have problems recruiting and getting their soldier compositions up. So most likely lead by example will be the choice to go for. I think the formation you lead may be the formation you assign your own player to, or the one you get assigned when you're not an army leader but still part of an army. Yeah, true. Since I'm a foot soldier, maybe I'm automatically assigned to the infantry group, and thus infantry will receive the buffs. That's also something that we need to check out. If that's the case and it only applies to my type of soldiers, then Stand United is the way to go. Steel Core Shields. Your shield takes 10% less damage. Also, infantry troops and the formation you're leading take 10% less shield damage. I haven't really seen a shield break in the shield wall. We'll have to look that up again. It doesn't work when you kill looters? Which one, Jarl? Tell it to me by name. Which one are you referring to? Fleet of Foot increases your combat movement speed by 5%. Also, infantry troops in this formation you are leading increase their movement speed by 5%. Fleet of Foot all the way. I'm not seeing any shields getting destroyed in battle. Fleet of Foot, man. Make those shock soldiers and tanks faster. The experience for troop formations in two-handed. Jarl, I'm not in the two-handed section yet. Patience, man. Patience. If you're under heavy arrow fire, it could be useful. Have you seen problems with shields with holding against arrow fire, H0? Have you seen shield walls breaking because of arrow fire? Let's see. Deadly Purpose. Increases damage with one-handed weapons by 5%. Also increases your party limit by 15%. Cool. Sorry, 15, not 15%. Important. 15 flat bonus. You gain 5 HP. Also reduce recruitment costs of infantry troops by 30%. I never cared about recruitment costs on infantry, because you will usually just level them up. If it was, let's say, reduce 15% of infantry salary, infantry wages, then this would have been a sexier option. You have seen troop shields breaking under heavy arrow fire if they have them up? Okay, got it. Most likely this is going to be a judgment call then, as we go towards the late game, and see how our shield wall holds up, literally. But yeah, in the current situation, I'm still going to go for Deadly Purpose. I'm leaning more towards Deadly Purpose. The plus 5 HP is... meh. Way of the Sword. Every skill point after 200 grants you 0.2 attack speed increase and 0.5 damage increase with one-handed weapons. Now, in hindsight, this sounds like shit. But it says every skill points after 200, and you get this at 250. So you're already going to be applying a big bonus. So it would be a 5%. So the moment you take Way of the Sword, you're going to have a 5% attack speed increase and a 50 times 5, 225% damage increase with one-handed weapons. You're most likely going to be one-shotting everything at that point. Easy to get that amount of level up perks from leadership. Just need a vassal, create another party, and call your party companion on an army, and done. Leadership will up fast, and Silver will give more slots for troops on your party, and it's more easy to get up, which a lot of types of food in the inventory, so it's easy to get a late game when your party size is 330. Okay, you're correct. I was thinking of maybe making... No, I'm already the medic. But I think the medic is not the way to go for your main character. I think your character is better suited as a steward. I'm starting to turn around to my decision. Simply because there are two reasons. Most of the steward perks benefit the party leader and party. And the second reason is steward levels up so fucking fast on your main character. And even on companions levels super fast. And extra skill points means extra levels. So steward might be good on your main character. Plus, medicine is slow as fuck. Especially if you're not getting a lot of wounded in battle and you're taking care of your soldiers. So yeah. Okay, but enough of that chitter-chatter. Let's go with the two-handed perk. Also, it says here that I need to add 8 new perk points. I'll have to look into that, and we'll see what's that about. Also, going to be useful if you're disaster at blocking without a shield. Also, if you take all the other shield buffs, it may result in a stupid amount of HP for your shield to the point it will barely break in battle. That's cool. It is. Medicine goes up quicker in sieges and shit. Okay, you might be correct. I don't really have experience with the late game that much. I need to test that out further there. There's a lot of stuff to test out, brothers. You created a 1k party size without mods, and you added 10k renown. Okay. Alright, let's look at the two-handed perks. And as you can see, there's a lot of perks that have a lock on them. Again, I don't think this means that they're not working. I think that means that they haven't added any art style or haven't decided on an icon for the said perk. So, let's look into it. Strong Grip. Steward is useful on companions because it increases their party limit, and they have a horrible party limit on low clan tiers. Okay. Then maybe our Steward might be a very good pick for a... party leader. We'll see. We'll discuss about steward when we get there because I want to quickly verify if they change anything through the other perks. Strong Grip. Two-handed weapons you wield have 10% better handling. Okay. Increases your damage against shields with two-handed weapons by 30%. I would say... I think Wood Chopper would be the way to go. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Increases your swing speed with two-handed swords by 3%. Increases your two-handed axe and two-handed mace damage by 10%. Okay, so I guess if you want to specialize in axes and maces, you go with Head Basher. And if you want to specialize with just two-handed weapons in general, you just go with the extra speed. I would just go for the extra speed. So, party limit is actually steward and not leadership. It's both. Totally correct. And there's a lot of other little passives from other trees that provide a party limit. And I know that there's in leadership as well some perks like that. Okay, increases knockdown chance by two-handed weapons by 30%. Could be interesting. Could be a good replacement for Shield Bash. Troops in formation... Actually, you can use Shield Bash. You can use Bash with a two-hander as well, so it should be fun. Troops in the formation you're leading gain 5% experience for each enemy you killed. Oh, brother. Oh, that is so sex. Baptized in blood. I mean, you can totally abuse this. Let's say I go with a two-handed sword on horseback and I assign myself in the infantry department, and wha-bam, I go ham on everyone. And I just increase the experience for all of my boys. That's good. That sounds awesome. I don't know yet. Let's see. Can I assign myself? No, it seems I cannot assign myself. So probably the trick would be, let's say I'm a horseman. I'm in the cavalry department, clearly because I have a horse. And I would put the Imperial recruits in the cavalry department as well. So they're going to be receiving XP for each kill I get. There you go. It is a crazy good one if it works. I mean, that's what I did with the Imperial recruits. I put them in the cavalry department to use them as a shock soldier blob of death. So yeah, Baptized in Blood sounds super sex. Let's say Shield Breaker, 40% more damage against shields with two-handed weapons. I hope it stacks with Wood Chopper. You would just fart in a general direction of a shield and it would melt. Beast Slayer increases your damage against mounts with two-handed weapons by 50%. Cool. Leadership is a bit of weird perks. It increases morale, which is not that useful at the moment. Maybe at some point they'll rework the morale system so you can try to break the enemy army's morale instead of it being a fight to the death. We'll see. Yes, your character does age and die. I don't think the system works yet, but they do age and die. Currently, they don't age and die, but they will age and die. Next up, Berserker increases your damage with two-handed weapons by 20% when your HP is below 50%. That can happen, but if you're on full difficulty, usually if you get hit, you're gonna be pretty much dead. And yes, you do break enemy morale in battle. For example, when you shoot them with arrows, some of them will break. Increases your damage with two-handed weapons by 15% when your HP is above 90%. Fuck that. No. Berserker. I would still go for Berserker because 15% is and just above 90%. So if a arrow grazes your butt cheek, you're dead. Confidence is deactivated, which is shitty. Let's see. Spartan. You can deflect arrows with two-handed weapons while changing block positions. Okay, so they actually took the perk to block arrows and brought it down a notch. You can now get it at 150. That's awesome. Deflect arrows with two-handed while changing block positions. So practically, if you're blocking on the left, when you change it to the right, most likely he will do an animation of whapacha, breaking arrows or some dumb shit like that. So practically, this is the Jedi Knight build. Also, funny thing I noticed, when you go to the end menu, you can now select if you want to see alive or dead lords. Also, get this for clans, so maybe they intend to add death to the game soon. Cool. To age and die, you need to enable permadeath, and this feature works because my character surprisingly died after traveling. Okay, awesome. It's possible to get your hero companions to lead their own troops. Yes. You can assign them to be party members. Party leaders, sorry. Knightly management. You can deflect arrows with two-handed weapons while changing block positions. Oh, what? Is this the same thing? I feel like that needs a fix. I feel like that needs some lovin'. Terror. Your kills with two-handed weapons have a 20% higher effect on enemy troop battle morale. Again, this is something that can be abused. Hope. Your kills with two-handed weapons have a 30% higher effect on friendly troop battle morale. Now, it depends how big a morale penalty we receive if we're outnumbered in battle, because I feel like I'm going to be in a lot of situations where I'm fighting against 300 people while I have just 100 troops or something like that. I wonder if hope will be better in those scenarios. Plus, it's a 30% higher effect. That would be good. Reckless Charge. While on foot, increases your speed damage bonus with two-handed weapons by 20%. So practically just a bonus to charge. Thick Hides, you gain 5 HP. I think I would still go for a Reckless Charge in this case. Vandal. Your attacks ignore 50% of enemy armor. Well, enemy armor is kind of paper thin already, so... Blade Master. Increases your two-handed weapon damage by 10%. I probably would just go with the flat damage increase. Probably. Way of the Great Axe. Every skill point after 200 grants you 0.2 speed increase and 0.5 damage increase with the two-handed weapons. So that's the same like the Way of the Sword, only it applies to two-handed weapons now. Again, that is pretty gosh darn good. Let's see, 10% speed increase, and a 25% damage increase with two-handed weapons once you reach 250, right off the bat. And that will further increase as you gain points. Let's see. Well, if they do a total rework at once for each category, we'll face a lot of issues again, I guess. A lot of changes. We will face a lot of changes, Relum, but by the looks of the one-handed department, these are good changes. They seem interesting. They offer more depth to the way you build your character. And I love that. I love the fact that if I'm going to go in as a one-hander, I'm going to specialize as a infantry captain. That feels very satisfying, very good. Right, so that is it for the two-handed ones. Let's quickly check. No, unchanged, unchanged, same, same. They added some extra icons to these. Scouting, tactics is looking the same. Charm. Now they stated that they fixed some of these. They didn't state that they changed anything, so I'm not gonna go over them. Leadership. No, I'm not gonna go over them right now. It's fine. And then for Stewart, I'm gonna go over them a little bit later. Dank Whips, thank you for becoming a follower. Another thing that I wanted to verify with you guys before I end this YouTube video is I wanted to check the troop trees a little bit and see if we can see any modifications. You're bounded to a bow forever, it's your waifu. So let me see how it ends. Okay. As I said, it didn't really change much. Let's look at Sturgia. A little bit of the Sturgeon boys. We're gonna go with Lake Rat, Berserker. Berserkers should be in the common troop tree. Let's see. Hey! Actually, no. Botania has problems with the lack of archers, not Sturgia. Sturgia has archers. Sturgeon Veteran Bowman. Bows are 140 now. Athletics 130. Okay. Let's see if they changed. Sturgeon Shock Troop. AK. Dedicated Shock Troop. That's cool. Polearm 140. One-handed 140. Athletics 125. And then Veteran Warrior is dedicated shield soldier with throwing weapons. 130. But again, there's no way for me to check their gear, which is sad. Yeah, they do have new shields. Oh, Botania has new shields, not Sturgia? Shit, my bad. I'll have to look. They added minor fixes from last perk upgrade and reworked another each week. It's a good pace to make a stable system. Yeah, it is. And yeah, it will take a while. Let's look at Botania, if they changed anything with the Botanians. Because I think that Botanians received new shields, right? Yep, they received new shields. Man, those shields look like Roman shields. Botanian Oathsworn. Okay. 130, 130. Riding 130. And athletics 80. He's on foot, what the fuck? They're not going to only work on perks in HD0. I mean, they literally gave us the ability to create our own kingdom now. Horseman, Veteran Folksman. Botanian Wildling. I really hope the Wildlings received a buff. And Botanian Mounted Skirmisher. Still no archers. They really should have given Botania some archers. Something, man. Something. Dispatch is the best since launch? Yeah, should be fine. Fian's got a second branch now? Okay, let me just check that. Hyans. Where are the Hyan at? Hyan champions. Let's see. Not seeing anything, man. Hyan's got a second branch. What are you talking about, Hexagon? Battalion shields got a nerf. They're smaller now. Well, as I understand, they were the best at shield wall. They had the strongest shield. So, Hexagon, what were you talking about? Training Master Kern. Scan Kern and Redshank. They plan to add cavalry, but not this patch. Oh, okay. Well, they haven't got a second branch yet, right? Okay, well, I hope they're going to add infantry surgeons or something. Empire. Curious to see something with the Empire. Empire Legionnaire was known to have the strongest armor pieces, but since I can't see their equipment... 130 polearm, 130 athletics, so those stats are unchanged. That does sound good, though. Imperial Elite Manavliaton. 130, 130, but most likely only has dedicated 200 weapons. I wonder if he's... Okay, there's the infantryman. Imperial Palatine Guard. Guys? Didn't the Imperial Palatine Guard have 130 into bow? Guys? Guys? I think they buffed up the Imperial Palatine Guard. Shit? Guys? This is gonna be deadly. They have 150? They have 160 now. You can take the Hyan champ with leadership skill that converts troops, and you should just take a lot of forest bandits. Yes, Minthril, we know. Okay, so 160 to bow now. I wonder how the rest of the troops are doing. Let's check Sturgia's archers. Sturgian veteran archer, 140 bow. Okay, let's check Huzait. Huzait's marksman, 130 bow, so not as good. Heavy horse archer, 130 bow. Okay. Let's check Aserai as well. Aserai Master Archer, 160 bow. Ho ho! We got a contender for the best archer position, it seems, brothers. Okay, so Aserai Master Archers and Palatine Guards received a buff. Interesting. Might be cool to check out. Basically more skills is always better, or they're like hidden passives. More skills would, in theory, add another perk. I mean, if they have only 130, they have access up to the 125 perk. If they have 160, now they have access to the 150 perk as well. Asteroid always had 160? Oh, okay, my bad, H0. That means simply the Empire received a buff. Let's check real quick Vlandia, but I think Vlandians are still the same dudes. No, not the Caravan goddamn master. There. Yeah, the Sharpshooter with just 130 crossbow. And the rest seem to be the same, including the Vlandian Sergeant. Looking around the same ballpark. We'll have to just test it out. That seems to be all the changes. I'd like to get in one quick battle to see if the formations work, if you guys want to see it. And then we'll end the patch notes portion of this video. So I'm just going to go northwestwards to Ressos Castle and see what's over there.